Hello, welcome. Marlene here. I want to use up my leftover colored cookie dough, and so a little bit more experimentation. Now on to today's project. If you want to learn how I marbled the cookie dough, you'll find the link to this tutorial in the description box. I've got a whole bunch of little cookie cutters for today's project. I'll pulled out all my favorites. Here are my colored eggs, and here are my chocolate ones, and they're a bit smaller than these. And now we're going to be cutting out some sections of the chocolate cookies. So let's start here with a butterfly in this one, and here I'm going to do some different flowers. Let's do a flower on this one as well. Butterflies love flowers. There. And now I'm just using a piping tip to kind of make some little peekaboo holes in there. And you can use different size piping tips to get the holes. And here I'm going to cut a leaf in this one. There we go. All right, so just pick this up and drop it on top of the colored dough, and it will bake. Oh, this one is a little bit more fragile. There we go. Not too bad. So my dough had gotten kind of warmer. This works much better when your dough is nice and chilled, so they don't move at all. You can pick them up, they're kind of like cardboard, but my dough was warmed up. I'm taking a long time to work as I'm making the video. All right, and now I'm just balling up some cookie dough in the middle of the flowers there. Same thing over here. And I'm going to chill these before I bake them, so that they don't warp too much. And that's it. I'm going to pop these in the freezer, and then they'll be ready to bake. Here are the baked cookies. I'd really love to hear what you think about these. Now, of course, this isn't a decorated cookie, but for me, Easter, it's like family and decorating eggs and all this, and this is an actual project that a child can do. I have 2 kids, and I remember, you know, they'd see me decorating with the piping bag, and it's just not realistic for a child to do that. Not well anyway, and it often leads to a mess and a frustration for the child because he's not happy with the finished product. It doesn't look like mommy's. And they really do see the difference, and they want to make something pretty. And I think that this is an easy way to make that happen. Should you want to come in with a little bit of icing, you certainly can. You can have the piping bags and the icing there as an added little thing. I'm going to decorate one just to show you. I have a fairly large piping tip, larger than I would normally use. I would normally use a 1.5 tip. In this case here I have a 2, just because it makes it that much easier if you're not really that familiar with decorating cookies. And here I'm just going to do a swirl on the center of the flower. And then here, let's just do like so. So you're just using the holes that you made as kind of a guide as to how to decorate the cookie. And this should be a fun process. Don't stress, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect. Here, let's use the leaves as kind of a starting point for some stuff here. There. And yeah, you can just do a little dot border, and less is more. It's already pretty busy with the holes. I'm doing a space in between these dots so that they don't blend together. My icing is not terribly stiff. Again, you know, stiff icing gives you better detail, but it's more complicated, and for a child it's really not realistic for them. to get the icing out of the piping tip. They don't have, I don't know, their hand and understanding where they have to squeeze. It just doesn't work. My daughter is still, but as a child she was very artistic, and this was something she just couldn't get. And they're very pretty, something different, and something very family friendly. I think that's what we have to really prioritize, is just having it all be a nice fun family activity. Here they are side by side. I mean, they're perfectly fine undecorated. If you want to pull out a piping bag and add a little bit of icing, that's entirely up to you. I hope you enjoyed today's cookie project. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Here are some of my past experiments. If you want to check those out, you can either touch the screen or you'll find a link in the description box. You can also follow me on social media, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any future videos.